And now we turn our attentions to football and head straight to Tony Mepham, because we don't have long before the news at 6 o'clock, but there has been a couple of alterations to this weekend's schedule already, Tony.
Yeah, just a couple, and I think there'll be a few more tomorrow, Chris, where the weather's coming in. But we've tried to get a couple of games on at the Bowl, and it's not been possible, changing kick-off times, which, people have got different work times and obviously family commitments. So, we've changed a few round, and there's probably a few more to come. But hopefully all the clubs that have got problems with their fixtures have been notified, and one that came in this morning was just left over. It just shows you they took a chance on Tuesday, played it under floodlights at St John's. It was Pulrose against St John's, and yes, St John's won, but unfortunately the pitch has succumbed to the weather, and that won't be played tomorrow.
There are 3 games in the top flight tomorrow: Colby against Old Boys, Douglas Royal against Douglas Athletic. But I suppose the match of the day, if you like, will be St Mary's versus Russian. Yeah,
slightly later kick-off because of the booking at the Bowl, but St Mary's against Russian. I had this one penciled in for a night game on the 20th under floodlights, but the way it works out with the Ireland team going away next week, we've had to bring that forward. But St Mary's have been in great form, and as you've seen, Stevie Peastle's been scoring plenty of goals, and I think he'll be trying to cause a few problems for Russian, but Russian's players are battling to get into that Ireland squad next week, and they'll be wanting to put a good performance in as well. And Paul Jones has had good attendance at training, so it's all to play for. They're going for the Combination 1 title as well, so there's always a lot of players there challenging to sort of get into the first team. But I think Russian will just have enough strength, and with Josh Kelly and the likes up front, they'll get the goals to win the game.
And I don't want to sound like a broken record. I'm sure some will say I do anyway. It's frustrating that the weather forecast is as it is, because it means there are likely to be some more postponements tomorrow, which just puts extra strain on you, really.
The problem is we've got 2 cups running at the moment. We've got the Friends Provident International FA Cup. We've got the GH Corlett Woods Cup. We've got 3 ties in the Woods Cup tomorrow, 2 ties in the FA Cup. We need to get them played because the next set of games are the week after, which is the 17th. But then the Ireland are going away on the 17th, the Ireland team. So that means teams possibly like Corinthians, if they beat Laxey. Peel are already through. You've got St George's, who've got players in, and they're into the next round. So it's starting to get a bit messy with Easter being early, because we've got the Woods Cup final on Good Friday, the 30th of March, and then on the 1st of March, we've got the FA Cup final. So there's a lot of clubs out there just getting frustrated and, banging on doors, trying to alter things, because there are rules there that we can change venues, but there's no venues to change the games to. So at the moment, we're just having to get through what we can, try and get these 5 cup games out of the way tomorrow, and then if we do, then we're back on track. And I know we'll miss a couple of following weeks, but there's nothing we can do about it.
And just quickly, before the news at 6 o'clock, in 3 words, describe Richard Brandt's testimonial, which we were at last Sunday.
Great game. Thoroughly enjoyed it. He had the game of his life as well, and you couldn't ask for any more.
It's a good job you weren't calculating the points for Ramsey in their promotion season Dave Christian was talking about earlier.